We've always stood for building the highest performance products possible. But the key behind that is that we need to make sure those products are reliable and they have maintain long-term value. They were expensive when we were founded in 1970, and they're expensive today. And the only way to maintain that value and keep the line going really is to be able to fix a 49-year-old preamp. We can fix every tube preamp or every tube product we've ever made. And that's the key. People don't throw these away. They're not disposable. They're meant to last a lifetime. And they do get handed on from one generation to the other. Well, we were founded by an engineer. And engineers design everything to be practical. And they serve a purpose. They were never designed to be beautiful. And that was the vision of William Z. Johnston, our founder. The key is that over the years, obviously we're bringing these products into our homes. We've tried to soften that industrial look. And so we've added little details in the design. We always have handles on our products. We can't seem to get away from that. We don't rack mount products anymore. But especially when the Italian design team became involved with our process, we've just tried to make things as elegant as possible. The performance has to be there, but we have to be able to put these things in our living rooms. Our philosophy is what I think what everyone says in the high end. We're all chasing after the so-called sonic grail. We want perfection. We want transparency. We want detail. The key is that we've made two products since 1970 when there were no other high-end audio manufacturers in the U.S. making tube products. But what Bill, our founder, believed in was very, very wide bandwidth and really big dynamics. We don't want people to buy our products as a filter. There's some people who say, oh, just get a tube preamp, it'll smooth out the sound. That's not what we're looking for. We're looking for that transparency, that detail, that extension. We're looking for deep bass control, authority, and we really want everything. We think tubes give you a better three-dimensional stage. There's texture and air around the instruments, and these are very, very important things to us. So we want people just to be able to get lost in the experience, and that's the only reason to buy tubes. Well, the hottest product for us right now is the new reference amplifier, the new reference 160. The monoblock came out last year, and we're introducing the stereo version now. And they're both the same power, a little bit different size chassis. And a lot of products are very evolutionary. We think of these in our lineup as actually being revolutionary, simply because for the first time we're using a 4-layer circuit board. They're absolutely dead quiet. They have very, very wide dynamics. We're using KT150 tubes. They're the first reference amplifiers with an auto bias circuit. We're fusing all the tubes for protection. They're the first reference amplifiers with singleted inputs. And it's actually switchable between triode and ultralinear, which we've never done before. So a number of features and benefits, but sonically we think we've made a very, very large advance. And it's really hard to keep up with that demand. We're backward about 2 months on the new stereo amplifier. We're always about performance, and especially I think the last 10 or 15 years, we're looking at the changes through the industry, the transition from analog to digital, and now we're seeing the transition back to analog again, and the two can coexist very, very well. Digitally, we're seeing the transition to streaming versus just hard CDs, things like that. So that's very important, but the reality is we're still going to do digital to analog converters. We're still going to use vacuum tubes if we think they sound the best. For us, what we have to do is get back to some reasonably priced products. And what I mean is more of an entry level. We always had products that were much more affordable in the past. The thing is, we still make every piece by hand. We hand install every component and every board in our Minneapolis facility, and that's very expensive. So we're looking to introduce a new integrated amplifier that'll be all tube, that will be about half the price of our existing product in the new year, and that's going to be very important for us. And it'll have a new approach for us in that we'll have optional phono board, it'll have, or phono actually stage you can put into the unit, and an optional digital board, and so you can do streaming, you can do wireless, things like that. That's very important for